So you wouldn't marry like a Amber Rose?
For what?
I don't know. Then why you marry anybody else? You wouldn't marry Amber Rose?
Amber Rose been with Wiz Khalifa, Jamie Foxx. Who else?
No, I don't think she was with Jamie.
She was with Jamie Foxx first.
I thought she was with Kanye.
How much money you want to bet?
I thought she was
How
with
much
Kanye.
money you want to lose?
I mean, I don't know.
How much money you want to lose?
I don't know. I thought she was with Kanye
Go
first.
look up 2005, Amber Rose. The first person that she dated in Hollywood was Jamie Foxx.
Listen, I don't.
She went from Jamie Foxx to Wiz Khalifa, and from Jamie Foxx to Kanye West, and from Kanye West to Wiz Khalifa.
Really?
Dead ass. This is back when we thought Amber Rose was white, when her and Jamie Foxx was dating. That's when we found out she was Cape Verdean.
I still didn't even know that.
Yeah, go look up Jamie Foxx, Amber Rose.
What? I see him with pictures, but I don't.
Mm-hmm.
That's 2011.
They dated right after Jamie filmed Ray, when he was Oscar award winning Jamie Foxx.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh wow. Okay.
So you telling me a woman that has been with 3 titans? We talking about one of the most talented comedians and actors ever.
Mm-hmm.
One of the most prolific rappers ever.
Mm-hmm.
And then one of the most prolific producers ever.
Mm-hmm.
She was with all of them dudes.
Mm-hmm.
And after being with them dudes, she then became famous for what?
I don't even know what she's famous for now, but
The
just
slut
looking
walk. She's famous for changing the narrative of overly promiscuous women owning the fact that they have high-ass body counts. She's a vanguard for hoes.
I don't know.
That's not somebody I would ever see as my queen.
Why not? Because just like how you was able to point out her people who she dated, she could be like, oh, Ron, well, let's look at your baggage. Let's look at Shaniqua. Let's look at Shaquina. Let's look at, you know what I mean? And it was like, both of y'all.
And 2 things I've never done in none of those situations. I've never broadcasted who I was with, and I never dragged them after we was broke up.
That ain't got nothing to do with it.
Bullshit.
Why I do?
Because you got to check a person by their track record. Human beings are creatures of habit.
Mm-hmm.
And if you'll drag Kanye, you'll drag me. She put it out there that Kanye liked to get fingered in his ass after they broke up.
But you know why that?
Because he called her a nobody in an interview.
I don't know, but he had a whole album about her.
Before the album.
It was before the album?
Before the album.
I thought it was after the album what made her.
He wrote the album in response to her tweets. And he didn't lie in the album. He called her a nobody. You only famous for famous dudes. Okay then.
Yeah,
in the
I mean-
comments, what has Amber Rose done that she is famous for outside of being the girlfriend or baby mama of another famous dude?
I think so. Here's the thing. Just like when you said earlier, right?
Mm-hmm.
People feel like they only know you from when they discover you.
Right.
The only time we knew of Amber is when we first found out who she was dating.
Right.
So that's how we know of her, right?
And in 20 years, she ain't did nothing to change that narrative other than I'm starting a march for women where we can be proud to call ourselves sluts.
We don't know what she was doing before that.
Being an active slut.
we don't know that though. We don't know if.
Okay, well, what
we don't know that.
Okay, well, we have the opportunity to Google. what philanthropic organization did she start before Slut Walk? And keep in mind that Slut Walk started because we were coming out and telling women you can't be no hoe today and then want to turn yourself into some pedestal princess tomorrow. You lay down with dogs, you're going to get up with fleas. Now, you want to be held in high regard, you're going to have to stay in high regard. Once you lower yourself, you can no longer elevate yourself.
Why? I disagree with that. I think you can have bumps,
Okay.
and you can fall down,
Mm-hmm.
but you do have to.
That's not lowering yourself.
How is that? Because if she's
Lowering yourself is actively deciding to go do something that you know is beneath you, simply because you feel like it'll gain you more popularity, success, or money. I ain't talking about something happens to you. That's just you. We all human, so none of us are exempt from the human experience.
so, but okay. So let me change that. Then I feel like you can go make a decision
Mm-hmm.
and up and fall from graces,
Okay.
and then at the same time be like, you know what? I shouldn't have did that. Let me backtrack. Let me get back on my path to go back to wherever I was before I made that bad decision. I feel like you can do that.
Yes, but guess what you also have to do? Answer anybody that questions you about your past. For example, you can do 20 years in the pen,
Mm-hmm.
get out, decide to turn your life around, do some positive things, never involve yourself with the things that got you in the penitentiary in the first place, never ever again.
Mm-hmm.
But you will forever be an ex-con.
Yeah, that'll be the label that's on me. And it
No,
depends.
I ain't talking about the label. I'm talking about the truth of the matter.
Yeah.
You go do a job. Let's say Judge Greg Mathis decides he gonna run for public office tomorrow. Well, the first thing that's gonna become public knowledge is the fact that before he was a judge,
He was a criminal.
okay then, even though he has testified to that, even though he has no problems, divulging that information, it's still a part of who he is. When you go get a new car, they check your credit history based off of what other financial obligations have you lived up to before today. That's what determines your credit score.
Mm-hmm.
If you go get an apartment, they're going to ask you, do you have any previous evictions? Why? Because how you handle that situation tends to show how you might handle the next situation. Now, people can change. People are able to evolve.
And that's all I'm saying.
But that don't excuse you for who you were. That butterfly is still a cocoon. I mean, it's still a caterpillar. The cocoon didn't change the DNA. All it did was change the outside appearance. That's just a caterpillar with wings.
See, I'm a little different because I feel like your experiences and things that you go through, it molds you to become different, to think different. You know what I mean? Certain experience that you go through, certain whether it's bad or good, I think you could definitely change the way you think about it, especially.
So why we don't give pedophiles and rapists that same level of grace?
I feel like because that's like that's a sickness.
Oh, so we picking and choosing.
Yes, we are picking and choosing.
We picking and choosing
Yes.
which in a person's past we gonna hold them accountable for.
Yes.
Now let's say at 18,
Yes.
let's say at 18, you committed a sexual assault, be it statutory rape, be it you took something from somebody, whatever the case, you became a sex offender at 18. Now at 40, you are nowhere near the same man you were at 18. But when your ass move, they're gonna put on a newsletter that your 40-year-old sex offender ass just moved into that neighborhood. And you can't be like, man, I ain't even like that no more. I done grew up, bro. I didn't evolve. How y'all gonna still judge me off some I did back then? It's the same thing. It's the same exact thing, dog. If a person can do some shit that puts them on the underbelly of society, they can't decide today to not be that and not be held accountable for their past.
Yeah, I guess I just disagree with that then because
Until it become a rapist. Then it's like, well, nah, hold that nigga accountable.
yes.
But what about the rapes, though?
Yeah. I mean,
You mean to tell me you would marry a known porn star?
not a no, I couldn't.
Well,
I couldn't.
what's the difference?
I couldn't. 'Cause
What's the difference between a woman that proudly calls herself a slut and a porn star? I know the difference, but I'm asking you.
I think a porn star, one, she just a lot for a job because that's the nature of the job. A slut is she sees somebody who she like and she fucks them. That's what like.
So the city girls was that they like, or that had that money.
Either one.
Broke don't deserve no pussy. I know that's right.
That's all rap lyrics, though. That's all. That's all rap lyrics.
The song became part of the psychosis. I'm not talking about the rap lyric. I'm talking about the fact that it gets ingrained into the psyche of the women of the world.
But listen, you know, like I know, broke get
more than a little bit.
Exactly.
Right.
That's what I'm saying. So,
but she didn't say broke don't get. She said broke don't deserve none.
Mm-hmm.
And guess what? Don't deserve no king.
Okay.
She might get one because he's a foolish king, just like a broke might get some from a foolish woman. But that don't mean that you deserve it. So you ought not walk around entitled to some you damn sure don't deserve.
Okay.